So if you follow the AI space, you already know the rumor mill never really sleeps, right? But man, right now, it is working massive overtime. There's this huge leak making the rounds about a highly anticipated new model called Claude Fable 5.1. But look, in an industry that's basically built on hype, how on earth do we separate what's actually happening from what's just, internet noise? Well, today, we're going to break down these rumors with a sleek, fact-based look at the data we actually have, the leaks that have surfaced, and what it all really means for the broader AI landscape.
All right, let's dive right into this, because the stakes here, they are absolutely massive. The core of this viral leak suggests that Anthropic is positioning itself for a major strategic strike against OpenAI. We're talking about a potential release designed specifically to pull the rug out from under the highly anticipated launch of GPT-6. I mean, if the timing we're seeing in these leaks turns out to be real, this could honestly be the single biggest chess move of the AI race so far. It's a crazy story of strategy, secrecy, and super high-stakes timing.
Here is our rundown for today. We're going to cover the Fable 5.1 leak, do a quick recap on Fable 5, look at the rumored features, analyze this whole AI chess match, and finally, give you a concrete action plan. Okay, Section 1, the Fable 5.1 leak. Let's break down these viral rumors.
Now, what's really wild here is just the sheer aggression of these unconfirmed targets. According to these viral posts and tech reports, Fable 5.1 is reportedly aiming for an August 2026 launch. They're also claiming that pricing is going to stay exactly the same as the current Fable 5 model. But the absolute crown jewel of this leak, the timeline. They are talking about releasing just before GPT-6. Now, I want to be incredibly clear here, guys. There is no official announcement, no model card from Anthropic, zero press releases. Right now, this is a very compelling rumor for sure, but it is absolutely not a guarantee.
Moving on to Section 2. Let's recap what Fable 5 actually is and ground ourselves in reality for a minute.
Just as a quick refresher, Fable 5 sits within Anthropic's most powerful family of models, known as the Mythos tier. It's actually got a sibling model called Mythos 5, which shares the exact same core architecture. But Fable 5 is really unique because it ships with extra highly specific safety guardrails. Basically, Anthropic designed this model to be incredibly careful around highly sensitive domains, specifically things like biology and cybersecurity. It's built to be super powerful, but heavily protected. And man, it had a seriously turbulent start. Look at this timeline. Fable 5 officially launched on June 9, 2026. But it didn't actually stay up for very long. By mid-June, it was temporarily suspended. And get this, it wasn't a technical glitch. It was due to complex export control rules. It literally took a couple of weeks to sort out the whole shebang, and the model finally came back online reliably on July 1. This just goes to show you how regulatory red tape is actively shaping the release cycles of these massive models right now. But when it is online, the capabilities are just undeniable, and that's highlighted by this massive confirmed specification, a 1 million token context window. I mean, that is a staggering number. In practical terms, this means Fable 5 can hold an enormous amount of text in its memory all at once. It's like having a photographic memory for data. You can feed it massive multiple-page documents, entire repositories for big coding projects, or even complex, multi-step research data, and it can contextualize all of it simultaneously without losing the thread.
All right, Section 3, the rumored features. Time to speculate a bit on this update.
Since these leaks don't exactly provide us with a neat, official feature spec sheet, the community is relying really heavily on pattern-based speculation. Based on past updates, industry watchers are guessing we're going to see sharper overall reasoning and definitely improved coding capabilities. We're also expecting faster response times across the board. But actually, perhaps the most intriguing thing here is the talk of smoother agentic workflows. This means the model might be way better at taking a multi-step task and just handling the various components independently, without needing you to hold its hand every single step of the way.
But hey, here is the absolutely crucial point we all need to remember. Keep your expectations realistic. In the AI world, moving from a version 5 to a version 5.1, that is a point update. These are typically refined, polished versions of the exact same underlying model. They are not massive foundational leaps or entirely new generations of technology. It's really just about smoothing out the rough edges and optimizing performance.
Which brings us to Section 4, the AI chess match. Let's talk strategy and standoffs.
We are literally looking at a Mexican standoff right now. Over on the left, we've got the rumors surrounding Anthropic. TechFanits reports are claiming that Fable 5.1 is actually completely done with internal testing, and their team is already using it. But
They're deliberately holding it back. They're waiting to play it as a trump card to drop within hours or days of a competitor's launch to instantly steal the spotlight. Then on the right, you've got OpenAI's GPT-6, which is heavily rumored for an August or September release. But the stakes are even higher over there because reports indicate OpenAI's CEO recently traveled to Washington to demo GPT-6 under a totally different codename directly to the White House and Congress. This competition isn't just a tech battle anymore, guys. It's a regulatory and governmental chess match.
And we absolutely can't ignore the security angle driving all this strategy. Remember that earlier suspension of Fable 5 we just talked about? Well, beyond the export controls, there are reports that researchers previously found ways to bypass Fable 5's initial safety guardrails. Because of those vulnerabilities, the expectation across the board is that Fable 5.1 isn't just going to be faster, it is going to ship with significantly tighter, much more robust safety checks to patch those exact bypasses. Again, these are leaks, but they paint a really vivid picture of a company urgently refining its armor.
Finally, Section 5, your action plan for surviving this hype cycle.
Look, whether Fable 5.1 drops tomorrow, next month, or honestly, never, here is your pragmatic, anti-hype action plan. Step 1. Learn Fable 5 today. Because point updates don't usually change how a model is prompted, the skills you build right now are going to carry over perfectly. Step 2. Pick a favorite, complex task that you run regularly. Save the exact prompt you use and save Fable 5's current result. Step 3. The very second a new model drops, whether it's 5.1 or GPT-6, plug that exact same prompt in. Boom, you'll be able to compare the old result with the new model in under 2 minutes. This completely removes the panic, right? You'll know instantly if the update is genuinely a game changer for your specific needs or if it's just loud headlines.
And that perfectly tees up this essential takeaway. The AI landscape has totally shifted. We are no longer waiting for one giant yearly release. We're seeing new models and updates drop almost every single week. The people who are truly succeeding in this space, they aren't the ones exhausting themselves chasing every single rumor or release. The winners are the ones who have built a solid, reliable workflow. When a new model comes out, they don't have to reinvent the wheel at all. They just plug the new tool right into their existing system. Stability and structure, those are your absolute best assets right now.
So I'm going to leave you with this thought. When August rolls around and these major tech companies make their next big moves, will your workflow actually be ready to objectively test the next AI drop? Or will you find yourself just chasing the headlines? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep testing, keep building those bulletproof workflows, and I look forward to seeing you back here next time as we continue to decode the world of AI.